My name is Mike Doyle. I live in Portsmouth. I lived about 30-something plus years in Cape Elizabeth where I grew up, and almost 40 years here in Falmouth before I moved to Portsmouth. I have a deep abiding dedication to this town, just like I do to Cape Elizabeth. This is going to be the gigantic penalty of the law of unintended consequences if you go forward with this. I also own and write for FalmouthToday.me. It's a website that covers a lot of information about Falmouth and other towns. In the last 48 months, it had 6.6 million hits and 86,000 new readers. So, if anyone wants to find out what's going on in Falmouth, you might want to check my website. 295, when they have an accident north of Falmouth, the traffic pours off the bridge down at B&M Baked Beans and inundates Route 1. I lived off of Johnson Road between Route 1 and 88. If there wasn't a traffic light there, you could not get back onto Route 1 during an accident. The traffic streamed nonstop from the light at Shaw's north to the next light in Yarmouth. Nonstop, not a break between cars. If that's the kind of neighborhood you want to live in, that's what this is going to cause. If you want to live in a neighborhood like the intersection at Pine Point Road and Route 1 in Scarborough, which is 6 lanes across at that intersection, 4 lanes going south and 2 lanes going north, that's what this intersection is going to look like. For this complex to be viable, you're going to have someplace between 500 and 1,500 people a day go through these buildings to make them profitable. 500 cars to 1,500 cars per day in that complex going through that intersection. This is just an insanity beyond all words. I cannot believe that this is even being considered in this town. I forced a bus referendum on this town to see if we really needed to spend $140,000 a year on a bus that literally drives through Falmouth all day long empty. It passed 70 to 30. I think if you ran a referendum on this complex about changing the code zoning for this complex, I think it would be defeated 70 to 30. This is just a monumental mistake that you're not going to be able to work your way out of once it's done. And this is an entirely bad situation for the town of Falmouth. And I'm surprised that that's being considered. This is probably one of the worst things I've seen in my nearly 40 years in Falmouth at 3 different addresses. And I really recommend that the town reject it completely. Thank you. Falmouth Today.
Please hold your applause.
May I address the applauding for just a moment? We want to create a safe space for everyone here to share their opinions, and by applauding for one opinion versus another could hinder someone's ability, confidence, and being able to speak here safely. And so if you could please withhold from clapping or, as we said, booing, that would be greatly appreciated so that everyone feels like they can speak and not be held in judgment. Thank you.
Ditto, Hope.
How much time do I have left? That wasn't your time.